Hey y'all, welcome to the third official episode of Chalk Sports Talk. My name is Blaze, and that's my co-host Tanner, and you want to just get right into
Let's
it?
do it. Come on.
So our first topic of the day is the Jets' incompetency. So a bunch of reports have came out lately about what Woody Johnson's been kind of denying, what he hasn't been allowing.
Mm-hmm.
He denied a trade for Jerry Jeudy because his Madden rating was too low.
Yeah, that's crazy. Who even told him about that? That was his son, right?
Yeah, his
How old is his
18-year-old
son?
son.
18. Wow. Yeah, I would never.
I think his name's Brick.
Yeah, if I was the owner, Brick is his name.
Brick Johnson.
Okay. Well,
They
if I was the owner,
love Woodies.
I would not be taking advice from my 18-year-old son about which players to get, which players to not, especially when he's talking about Madden.
Yeah.
Definitely not taking his advice. Now, I won't lie. When the Lions first traded for Zadarius Smith, the first thing I did was actually boot up Madden, and I went to go look at his overall. So I don't blame him fully, but then again, I'm just playing Madden. He's the owner making actual real-life trades based off of Madden.
He's what I would imagine myself as an owner.
Yeah, that's actually exactly how you would be if you were an owner. I feel like you would boot up Madden too.
Except I know ball. See, I know ball, though.
Yeah,
I'm not
so you're trying to say he doesn't know ball?
My name isn't Brick.
Okay, I guess that's good. Yeah, close enough.
Another one is when the Jets moved Zach Wilson, the Broncos wanted the last pick in the NFL draft. Okay, normal, fair enough. So the Jets traded them the second to last pick in the NFL draft because he wanted to have Mr. Irrelevant. The Mr. Irrelevant they picked is in the practice squad. On the other hand, the second to last pick is Nick Guarado, who's a starting active guard.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, no, I did not like. I mean, it's just a New York Jets thing to do.
You can't give up a guy like
they
that.
just. I feel like they're always making the wrong moves, always doing just something goofy that they get flamed on for the internet. It's just what you get for being a New York Jets fan. It really is. Like
suffering.
Pain and suffering, constant. I mean, at least some other teams they've had bright sides, but the Jets, I just don't see bright sides ever for them. I mean, they went out and they got old man Davante Adams, and I mean,
he looked good
despite that one pretty damn good game.
I'd say 195 is pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good. But I mean, let's look at the other games where he didn't really do much, and yeah, it's just been a really underwhelming season for the Jets. I would say probably, I don't want to say they're the most disappointing team this year.
Is this going to be a shot at my boys?
But they are up there. I would say the 49ers are the most
there
disappointing
there
team this year. I mean, let's be honest. Come on. They were like minus 250 to win the division.
Give a Detroit fan 12 wins.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I am.
Oh, you're crazy.
Wrong. Jets were shooting for Super Bowl.
So are you.
Yeah.
So are you.
So we got 6 wins and injuries.
That is true. No, the Jets, yeah, it's more hurtful for them because there is no injuries on that team.
No, there's nobody hurt.
You have a healthy Aaron Rodgers, healthy Davante Adams, healthy Garrett Wilson, and they still just can't get the job done. I will give that to you. The 49ers banged up, very banged up. That's the main reason why they haven't been good this year. But yeah, the Jets, they've had their guys. They just aren't able to execute.
Could you consider the Giants to have a disappointing season? They had playoff aspirations.
They did have playoff aspirations. They did.
And they're 2-12.
Yeah, they are. And then just Danny Dimes, man. Danny Dimes.
He made a good choice, though. He went to Minnesota.
Yeah, it's just they should have gave up on him a while ago. I don't know.
All right, let's move to the Broncos-Chargers game.
Let's talk about some Thursday night football. Broncos at Chargers.
We're recording this on Saturday. We normally post Friday, but we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, that was...
The mic wasn't on. It didn't connect. We had no audio. So...
But we are here Saturday morning getting you guys the picks for Sunday, and probably this might be out just in time for the Saturday games, too.
It should be.
So, yeah, let's go over. It was 34-27 Chargers. They won the game, and I would say it was a pretty fun game to watch. It was a little bit of a thriller. The Broncos looked super dominant. I mean, in the first half, they were up 21-13. They barely got that 13. They were at 10, and then they had the fair catch field goal. You seen that?
I did not see that.
Did you not see that? The first time I think they said since the 1970s.
Oh, the untimed field goal
Yeah,
kick.
yeah.
I saw something about that, but I was editing at the time, so I didn't get to.
Yeah, that was a little crazy, but it was a close game in the first half, and then Jim Harbaugh just made the corrections on the offense, and they came out hot, and they ended up winning the game by a touchdown. Pretty classic of the Chargers, play in the first half and then come out hot the second half.
Is it?
Yeah, I would say.
They're pretty known for choking. So, Gus Edwards, 2 touchdowns. Herbert, 2 touchdowns. Ladd had a decent game. Whoever is that Harold Haskins?
Yeah.
Is it?
Hassan Haskins, Michigan, the greatest Michigan running back ever. First to beat Ohio State in a long time. I love it.
Sure, that's what we'll say.
You don't know about Hassan Haskins.
I do not know about Hassan Haskins.
You don't know about him.
And then Demario Davis had a tutty.
And then Surtain locking up Quentin Johnston.
Who's surprised?
Yeah, I expected that. He did great. He limited him to only 3 catches on 6 targets and 18 receiving yards.
Which is terrible.
Yeah, really bad for Johnston. But, what do you expect when you got a guy like Surtain on you? Bo Nix, 2 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 29 for 40, 263 yards. He played pretty damn good, wouldn't you say? I think he played pretty good.
His EPA is 11.1.
It's really the defense that let them lose this game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame it on Bo Nix. Yes, they only had 2 field goals in the second half. But, it's the defense that let them down, I feel like.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they are banged up at defense.
Yeah, they are. But
no, they're not. That's weird. Huh.
I almost seemed like they were, yeah.
That's an abnormal game for the Broncos. I don't expect that to stay consistent.
Yeah.
I just think that everyone can have bad games. The pressure rate was there. They got to the quarterback 30% of the time, which is really good. Herbert had a good game. Gus Edwards had a good game. Audric Estime had a good game. The rookie out of Notre Dame. Yeah. 48 yards, 15 rush yards over expected. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, Gus Edwards he was kind of quiet the first game coming off for J.K. Dobbins.
Yep.
Filling some pretty big shoes, I would say. Yeah. But, no, he played pretty good decent. 2 touchdowns, yeah, we take those all day.
Is he the best running back on that core? Is it J.K. Dobbins?
It's definitely J.K. Dobbins. No, Gus Edwards wasn't getting snaps when J.K. Dobbins was there. He would get, maybe a handful of snaps.
No, he'd get those stupid touchdown snaps.
Yeah.
Gus Edwards pisses me off.
It was mainly Dobbins.
Gus Edwards is historic for stealing touchdowns.
Yeah.
You want a thief on your team? Gus Edwards. 1 yard line, halfback dive. All
right, let's move on. Let's
start with the Texans.
At Chiefs.
So recording that morning. It should go up in time. It might be close though. So I got a little set. I got some weather, and then we will talk about the game.
Let's do it.
So it's 34 degrees and clear. And then the stat is Chiari Lassiter, Eric Murray, and Derek Stingley have allowed the second, third, and fourth lowest completion percentage as the nearest defender this season. Murray's 46.2% completion percentage allowed is also 6.7% lower than the closest safety. The next closest safety. That's some really good coverage.
Oh, yeah.
That Texans defense is slept on.
Yeah, I know. It really is. They've been great defending this year. Just look at the game against the Lions where they were just holding us the whole first half.
Yeah, 5 interceptions.
Yeah, I know. But
brutal.
Yeah, they did. They've been a really good defensive team this year. Like you said, slept on. I feel like not too many people are talking about the Texans defense.
No, I don't think so. And the Chiefs defense is good too, but I could see an upset.
Yeah, no, I definitely could. If I had to make a pick, I won't be playing it. But if I had to make a pick, it would definitely be Texans plus 3.5.
Oh, see, if I'm taking Texans, I'm taking the money line.
Taking the money line? I don't mind the money line. But
although, actually, that does give you forgiveness.
Yeah.
I think because the Chiefs often play teams close.
You get the 3 and a hook right there.
Yeah. The Chiefs played the Raiders close.
Yeah, it's just if I had to make a pick, Texans plus 3.5, it's going to be a close game. I could see the Chiefs just winning by a crazy field goal like they usually do, or maybe a blocked field goal.
Another one.
Yeah, who knows?
I could see.
But yeah, I see it being close. I see it honestly being a pretty low-scoring game, too, especially since Mahomes is banged up here. I don't think he's going to be able to roll out of the pocket too many times and make those crazy throws like he usually does.
He's pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's really good at that, but since he's banged up, I kind of like the under, but if I'm taking a play, Texans plus 3.5 for sure.
I do like the receivers to have problems this week, but I do think Travis Kelce will still have a game.
Yep.
I think Worthy will have a pretty rough game, though.
Okay, let's move on to the next. We got the Steelers at Ravens today, too.
The third best receiver.
Really?
Yeah, he's got the third most yards on that team.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Steelers Ravens. It'll be outdoors, so
4:30.
34 degrees clear, but 44-mile-per-hour winds.
Wow.
The ball, like a ball getting messed up, will be about 15 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
So do with that what you will. And the stat will be Russell Wilson has averaged 143 passing yards per game in his last 2 starts with George Pickens out with a hamstring injury. Wilson has averaged 27.0 passing yards per game in his first 6 starts with Pickens healthy. That's rough.
Yeah, it really is. It really just shows you how valuable George Pickens is to this team. Like, I know Steelers fans love him, but I don't think they realize just how much of an impact he really makes for this team. Because, like, let's be honest, if the Steelers are struggling in one aspect, it's in receiving.
Yeah, well,
100%.
if you look at Pickens, I mean, he gets you minus 15 yards, but you can't lose 15 yards if you already scored.
Yeah,
So
exactly. But no, I think it just sucks that Pickens hasn't been there for them. I feel like that's why they've been a little shaky recently. I mean, as you can tell by the stats. But also, not having Roman Wilson for the year really sucked after they picked him up in the draft. Because, I mean, not trying to be a Michigan fan, but Roman Wilson, I mean, he's a playmaker for sure. I mean, he goes out there, he gets some big plays. He did it for Michigan all during college when they were making the national championship run.
Oh, here we go.
And it's just, I think it sucks that they didn't be able to have him this year. It was just confirmed that he's going to be out for the rest of the season, even the postseason. They were hoping to get him back near the end of the season, but next year I'm sure he'll be able to make a big step up for that Steelers team and just add more receivers
today.
If I had to make a pick on it, actually I will be playing this one. This will be in the parlay, but I like Ravens -3 on the alternate spread.
Yeah.
I'm not taking the full spread at the -7. That's what it says right here. You got -7 or 6? -7. It's been bumped up to -7, but I will be taking Ravens on the -3.
Yeah. There's a few injuries. Deshaun Elliott's not going to be playing, which is big.
Yep.
He's a really underrated safety.
Rashad Bateman's questionable for the Ravens after he's been.
What is that? Yeah.
Yeah, he was playing.
He's been crazy.
He's been really good. Yeah. Last week.
So Zay Flowers could have a game.
Mm-hmm.
Nelson Aguilar's questionable with a concussion.
No, he's out. Confirmed.
Oh, he's out on there?
Confirmed right here.
All
out. Right. Yeah.
And then DeAndre Johnson's out. So Ravens are missing 3 wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge. That makes me start to question your play.
Yeah, I don't know. I still like it, though. I think that defense is going to be able to stop the Steelers.
Who's their receiver this week, then? Because it's not... Deontay was their pickup, but...
I mean, they still have Zay Flowers, and they have Mark Andrews, too.
Des Walker, Trey Wallen, and Anthony Miller. Yeah, that's going to be...
It's going to be a good game. You still got Derrick Henry.
Yeah, it's always going to be a good game.
Too. He's going to
Steelers
make the passing game easier.
It's Steelers-Ravens. These teams both play on Christmas, by the way.
Yeah, just flip-flop.
Saturday games play on Christmas.
Yep.
So, I got some... So, the Ravens offense and defense out statistic the Steelers by so much.
Mm-hmm.
But it's that rivalry. And I feel like that rivalry kind of brings out the best in the Steelers almost.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think, this is just a fun game to watch every year. You get to watch them play each other 2 times. So I'm excited to watch this game at 4:30. Definitely will be tuning into this one.
It'll be a good one.
Yeah, it will. All right, let's move on to the next one. So on to Sunday football, starting off with the
Falcons,
Giants at Falcons. 44 degrees, slight chance of rain. Wind is not a factor.
In a dome.
Doesn't really matter if it's raining or not because, yes, they are in a dome. You want to go over the stat? You want me to do it?
You do it.
Okay. So for the stat we got for this one, Bijan Robinson has forced 92 missed tackles this season, the most among running backs, including 74 missed tackles on rush attempts, the 3rd most among running backs. As a result, Robinson has generated plus 126 rushing yards over expected. The 11th most among running backs. The matchup, the Giants have missed 14.2% of their tackle attempts this season. The 8th highest rate in the NFL. They have allowed 978 yards due to missed tackles, the most among teams entering Week 16. You know what that stat tells me right there?
What's it tell you?
It tells me we should be banging Bijan Robinson touchdown and Bijan Robinson rush yards, 100%.
I like both of those.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a game this week. I think, especially since, we all know Kirk Cousins sat. Just news this morning is that he's actually supposed to be cut from the Falcons. They're going to cut him before that $10 million roster bonus comes in.
All right, Jed York, listen to me. John Lynch, whoever who's listening, pick him up. Throw him on the Niners. I want somebody to compete with Purdy. We need Purdy to get back into shape. Give him a chance to rest. Let's have Kirk in. I love Kirk. Go Kirk Cousins.
I could see it happening, but yeah, no, they're getting rid of him after they just signed him to what, 120 million?
Yeah.
120 million in the offseason, and then he cut him same year.
It's messed up.
It's insane. It's crazy, but I remember when they drafted Penix and Kirk Cousins was all mad.
Yeah.
His agent was mad. They're like, "Oh, we don't understand." Now we understand.
Yeah,
now he understands too. You're not that good. You're not like you used to be.
Penix is going to have a game.
Yeah, I think Penix is going to play great. I think this is an awesome first game for him to be able to go out there and do his thing. I mean, they're 9-point favorites.
Yeah,
they're 9-point favorites. I mean, they should win. You know what I mean? They should get the job done easily.
Giants
against the Giants.
The worst offense.
Yeah, Giants are throwing in the towel.
Tyrone Tracy, expect Neighbors to have a game, though.
But yeah, this is going to be good because if Bijan Robinson is able to do great as a running back, it will just open up the passing game more for Penix to have a good fresh start.
And look at those injuries. Bobby Okereke, Patrick Johnson, Deion Banks, Greg Stroman, Deontay. They're missing 4 linebackers.
Yeah.
4 corners, 1 D tackle. Oh, those guys didn't practice, so it's 50-50. Another guy you want to look out for. There's a few. Malik Neighbors on the Giants. Micah McFadden, number 41. He's a little white dude. Loved him since college. He is so slept on. It's time to wake up. He is getting tackle after tackle. When you look out for him, you will notice all of a sudden this little white dude fly by and hit your favorite offensive player. Something about him, he is everywhere.
He's got heart.
He's got
That's
heart.
why. He's got heart.
He's got grit and grind.
Yeah, exactly.
Sneaky athletic. Let me see if I can get some stats on him real quick. Is there anything you want to talk about the Falcons?
Yeah, I got a pick for this game. It's going to be in the parlay. Give me Falcons -3. Taking the alternate spread again on this one. I'm not buying at the 9. The money line's a little too. It's -450 right now. It's just a little too high for me, so I will be taking Falcons -3.
So
locking it.
Micah McFadden stuffs. This was in Week 14. He stuffed 6 Saints rushes for no gain or loss in Week 14. That is the most by a defender by any defender this season, and has now recorded 15 on the season.
Wow.
Tied for the 5th most in the NFL. No one is talking about him. He is so good. He's been good since last year.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him against the Niners just smoke everything. He had a pick. He had a touchdown last year. This year, he's got 101 tackles. He had 97 last year. He's getting 77% of the snaps. Watch for him. Keep an eye out. You're going to not regret it. Let's move on to the next game.
Okay, Cardinals at Panthers.
Yep. You want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it. 40 degrees. It's going to be clear. Wind will not be a factor for this game, so let's just get that out of the way. Kyle Murray, Bryce Young are the shortest quarterbacks selected at number 1 overall in the common draft era at 5'10".
They're as tall as me.
Yeah, they're your height. Yeah, but they're making way more money than you. So they're doing something you're not. This will be
being athletic.
Only the 3rd different matchup in the Super Bowl era between starting quarterbacks, both listed under 6 foot.
It's the Nadia Bowl.
Yeah, it's really just like a fun fact right there. So that won't be much of an impact on the game.
Cardinals are very banged up. No kicker, no corner, missing their starting corner, 2 linebackers. Budda Baker did just get paid, though.
Mm-hmm.
So I see I could see a blowout in my crystal ball. I'm rubbing it, and I'm seeing a little red and a little -4.5. But I'm
Okay.
also seeing an over.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I'm staying away from this game. Won't play it.
Uh,
There is a prop I like. We'll talk about the prop later, but
Look at that
that's
domination.
it. There's only one prop that I like on this
The
one.
Panthers might have the worst defense I've ever seen. They are so bad in every. Holy, their rushing defense is the best statistic in rushing in the red zone is 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is above 28. That is not a defense you want to rely on.
So yeah, if you had to pick one, you're taking the Cardinals
I would
spread.
take the over.
Taking the over. Okay.
If I were
All
to
right.
pick something,
That's
no one picks the over. Come on now.
Okay, I like it. Won't play it, but I like your take on it. I like your pick. All right, let's move on to the next.
You're itching to get to this one.
All right, Lions at Bears, 31 degrees, partly cloudy, 10 miles per hour of wind. The Lions have allowed more than 30 points in each of their last 2 games after allowing fewer than 30 points in each of their first 12 games. That defense was amazing the first 12 games. They have 16 defensive players on the injury reserve, which is 6 more than any other team on the NFL. These guys are banged up. So I love my team, but oh my goodness, they're banged up.
We have very differing opinions on this game. I think the Bears can make an upset. I think their wide receivers, their quarterback, I think they're all going to have good games. Caleb's might have a good game.
I will say something about the Bears, especially playing in Soldier Field. It seems like every time the Lions come to Soldier Field and they have to play the Chicago Bears, that the Bears, they come to play. They come to play and they play hard against the Lions at home. Nevertheless, my pick definitely Lions on the money line. It's not just because I'm a Lions fan. It's just because I think this team is coming back from that loss last week. They have a fire lit under them. And even though we have a lot of players on the injury reserve, we still are getting some guys back on the defense. So I like the Lions on the money line. I'm staying away from the spread. I could see them covering the spread. Will stay away from it, though, just taking them on the ML.
Over-under is 47 and 48 on yours. So you spend about 47 on DraftKings. Which one are you thinking?
No pick on that either. No pick on the total score. I hate playing total score. The only total score I have played all year long for the Lions was last week, actually, against the Bills. And it's just because how can you not?
It's fun.
No, it's just number 1 offense, number 2 offense in the league. Yeah. I mean, you got to take the total score on the over for that. But I don't like taking total score over for my team and playing another team because then it's like, I got to root for the other team to score.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Or
you could just root that you beat them 47-0.
Yeah, right. But no, I'm staying away from the total score.
So I like Rome Odunze this week too. I like DJ Moore. I like Rome Odunze. Rome Odunze is their second best receiver. Not as getting as many touchdowns. He's still young though. And I think he's a rookie, yes. Coming out of Washington. Yes. I liked him. I like his film. I like Sam Laporta have a good game, and I think Rome Odunze will have a good game. Caleb's probably not going to throw a pick still. So if you want a little slider, I don't see Caleb Williams throwing a pick.
Okay.
He might throw one like that'd be the only one.
Yeah, I've seen actually on props.cash he was the lowest projected to throw a pick this week. I
believe it.
I know Kirby's out there trying to get another interception. He hasn't had one in a little bit. He's feeding for one, definitely. But, yeah, they have Caleb Williams at 0.08 picks. And he's juiced towards the over. -160 to throw a pick, +120 to not throw a pick.
Yeah.
That's a little surprising right there.
If I could put some
Even though I'm a Lions fan, I might just have to take that. Maybe.
If I could put some money on that, that's what
you would take? Hey.
100%. All right. So we're going to go to Titans Colts now.
Okay.
It's 32 degrees with a chance of wind, with a chance of rain. Wind's not going to be a factor, but it's in a dome.
Yep.
So the Colts have the easiest remaining schedule in the NFL. Their final 3 opponents are the Titans, Giants, and Jags, who combine for 8-34. So a .109, 190 win record, or win percentage. That's pretty bad.
So I'm going to tell you something about this game right now. You want to know I'm calling this game this week?
What?
I like to call this one the Trash Bowl, the Goodwill Bowl.
Save that term for later.
No, I don't know why I don't like this game even more than the other one later. This is the Salvation Army Bowl right here. I'm looking at the paper right now, and I just want to lay back and I want to go to sleep.
But the GOAT's playing in it. DeForest Buckner.
No, I don't care. Don't care about this game. Don't have a pick. We keep it simple. It's just one of those games. Like, you can say yes, the Colts have a chance, but they don't.
All
Okay.
right, he may not care about it, but I got some fun for it. I love DeForest Buckner. I think he's going to have a field day. T-Pain, Devondre Sweat is going to have a field day. It's going to be a fun defensive matchup. No EJ Speed, which sucks. Ryan Kelly's questionable with a knee injury. He's resting. Mo Ali Cox is questionable, which always sucks. Come on, I love to see Mo Ali Cox fly out there. Matt Gay is questionable, who's their kicker, which would not be good. What's with kickers getting hurt this year?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I mean, it's a kicker.
I mean,
I get they can get injured. Stuff happens, but
yeah,
there's been a lot of injuries with kickers
a
this
lot
year.
of kicker injuries.
I mean, Michael Badgley, he was the Lions kicker before we signed Jake Bates. He was out for the season.
Probably
That's why we signed Bates. Yeah.
Probably a good thing he got
Yeah.
hurt.
Right.
All right, so I like the Colts probably to win this game.
Okay.
It's gonna be a defensive matchup, so 42.5. I think I'd still like the under. It's gonna be. I mean, if you look at what I got up right now on NFL Pro, it's all defensive advantages.
Yep.
Everything's a defensive advantage for that game. So that would be a bet to hit. I could imagine we had 10 turnovers last week.
Mm-hmm.
I could see 18. We double it.
Yeah. Right.
So
So you like the under?
yeah, not a lot left to talk about that game. So
Yeah. Like I said, no pick. Staying away from it. Won't watch it. Simple as that. Let's move on.
So Rams at Jets. It is 26 degrees, clear with 10-mile-per-hour winds in New York. Matthew Stafford has thrown for 1,286 yards, 8 touchdowns, and no interceptions while utilizing play action this season. The most such yards without an interception by a quarterback since 2018. Since joining the Rams in 2021, Stafford has a 54.2% success rate, the 8th highest, 99.8 yards per attempt, 4th most, and a 112.2 passer rating, the 6th highest on play action passes, all top 10 among quarterbacks with at least 500 attempts this season.
Well, you're already knowing how I feel about Matthew Stafford, even though he doesn't play for the Lions anymore. I love that guy.
They're going to kick the Jets.
Yeah, I think they're going to kick the Jets. The spread's what? 3? 3.
-3. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. I know it's in New Jersey, but I just don't get why it's only -3. The books just keep giving the Jets love, it
For
seems.
some reason.
Always. I mean, it seems like every week the Jets have a close spread, but the game never ends up being close.
No, it's always
the only
a
close
blowout.
game was the Colts game.
Which was
Like, they were up 21 a couple weeks ago. They were up 21-0 against the Seahawks, and they lost.
Oh yeah, no, it's fun to watch the Jets always.
I don't get it, and I don't care because I hate Aaron Rodgers. So you know what? Give me the Rams on the ML. They're going into New Jersey. They're gonna spank the Jets.
ML.
Yes.
You're not taking the -3.
No, I don't want the -3. Give me the Rams on the ML. Okay. I like them going to New Jersey, kicking Aaron Rodgers' booty, kicking Devontae Adams' booty, sending them back to the locker room, upset, sad, depressed.
So there are no injuries on that injury report for the Rams. Besides for the IRs, there are nothing. No tackles, no tight ends. They're all good. Jets, on the other hand, are missing a corner. A DT is questionable. Brandon Allen is questionable. Like Futu is questionable. Elijah Vera Tucker. All these guys who are big impact players are questionable to play. How can you pick the Rams? The Rams are healthy. The only reason they're 8-5 and not up 8-6 and not up there with the Lions is because they were injured at the start of the season.
Yep.
They're one of the best teams in the NFL right now.
Mm-hmm.
They only have a 50% chance of making the playoffs. It don't matter.
I think they're going to win the division. I think they're going to make it, and I think that they are going to make a pretty good run in the playoffs.
They might be. They're going to scare you.
Yeah, no, they definitely will if we have to see them again. But
Which probably will.
Yeah, no, but I'm ready. I want Matthew Stafford to come back to Detroit just so we can beat him one last time.
Oh, that would be a fun second round.
Yeah, that would be cool.
If you get the bye, they're the 4th seeds and they win, and the 2nd seed and 3rd seed win. It could be. Could happen.
Yep. All right. Anything else to talk about in that game? You want to move on to the next?
I don't think there's a lot to really.
Let's do it. I really love this game that's coming up. Eagles at Commanders. What you got for us?
We in Washington. Why do we keep hitting that one? Holy. We're in Washington, so 30 degrees clear. Wind is not a factor. when Quinion Mitchell lined up against Terry McLaurin on 20 of his 25 routes, including 19 of 20 aligned wide in Week 11. Mitchell was not targeted on any of the coverage snaps against McLaurin and was targeted on one of the 32 total snaps in that game, allowed no receptions. After recording a season-low 8% target rate in Week 11 against the Eagles, Mitchell has been targeted on a higher percentage of his routes in each consecutive week. It don't matter. That stat is going right back to McLaurin not getting any targets. Guantanamo Bay is open. He's letting nothing happen. You like that?
Oh, yeah, I
You
do like
one?
that. Yeah, no, I actually agree with you. I'm right there with you on that take. But, I mean, what's your pick for this game? Who do you got?
Oof.
It's going to be a really close game. It's one of those division games.
I like
and
the
it's
Eagles
tight.
to still win.
I like the Eagles on the ML. I'm not going to play it, but I feel like the Commanders have something to prove. They haven't beat a team with a winning record.
Yeah, that just means they haven't been good.
But I think that this might be the game they do it. They're at home. It's a division game. I don't know. It's going to be a toss-up. I like the 3.5 point spread. I think it fits this game. I could see either team winning by a field goal. If I had to lean on a pick, though, I think I would take the Commanders plus 3.5.
Yeah, over 45.5 is also kind of nice.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
It's a little fun game.
Yeah, no, but I really like this game. Definitely what I'm going to be watching while I'm watching my Lions beat up on the Bears. So, I love it.
Keep thinking so. All right, we're going to Cleveland, Cuyahoga. We're going to the Browns at Bengals.
Yep.
Spread's +9. By the way, just like throwing it. It went up since last night. So, 31 degrees, chance of rain, wind not a factor. Denzel Ward is forced a tight window throw on 44.3% of his targets as the nearest defender on this season, the second highest tight window rate of the NFL. He has also made a play on the footballs on 31.1% of his targets as the nearest defender, the fourth highest rate. Bengals can make the playoffs, though.
Yeah, the Bengals have life. The Browns, not at all. They're sitting Jameis Winston, starting DTR. How you feeling about that one?
All right, let me tell you about DTR. He is a quarterback who shouldn't be a quarterback. Great at UCLA. Love him. He sucks. He can't throw the ball accurately. He's a little Jameis, but just not an accurate Jameis. And Jameis had accuracy.
I think about last year. We were talking about the other day when this guy, he just lobbed it up for one of his receivers downfield. It was 40 yards past him, and the safety on the other team had his hands out like it was Christmas time, just waiting to catch an interception.
Yeah, it was the first play.
When I think of DTR, that's the only play I ever think of. I do not get it at all. Shame on the Cleveland Browns for sitting Jameis Winston and starting DTR, because you can't even make the argument that, we're trying to get DTR ready for next season. I don't believe that. That's BS. They're going to be drafting a new QB anyways. Let Jameis Winston play the rest of the season. He has given your team actual life. You guys aren't boring. You're not like the Giants, okay? It's still fun to watch the Browns because of Jameis Winston.
Yeah, Jameis.
And now that you sat him, it's a boring team.
Yeah.
He won you guys a game. He's given you all some fun games. Why sit him now? I don't get it. You're out of the playoffs. You're playing for nothing. Keep playing him.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Why would you kick a guy like that? I don't get it at all. But with that being said, I absolutely love the Bengals this week because of that. I think the whole Browns team, after seeing Jameis Winston has sat, they're all just slouched. They don't care. I know it's a division game. I know it's an in-state game. But give me the Bengals halftime, full-time. They're gonna pound the Browns. When it comes to outscoring, we all know who's gonna do it. It's gonna be the Bengals outscoring the Browns. Simple as that.
Yeah. Okay, so we're watching Jamar Chase a Triple Crown right now.
Yep.
That's actually some bars.
Exactly, and he just has a reason to just keep playing hard. Joe Burrow, he knows they have a chance to make the playoffs. These guys are gonna they're not even going to Cleveland. They're staying at home too. It's even more of the reason they're gonna win this game. They're gonna send the Browns back to Cleveland.
So if you win a Triple Crown, are you a Hall of Famer at that point?
Oh, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
So, but I was thinking about it
already though. I don't know.
Steve Smith is he a Hall of Famer? I don't remember.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know.
I think he is actually.
We could look it up really quick.
So it don't matter. It does matter a little bit to me, my mental. So no Sam Hubbard, he's just scored, which sucks. No Tanner Hudson, no Sheldon Rankins, No Shelby Harris for the Browns.
No, he's not. Just
no
to let
David.
you know.
What the
He's
hell?
not. He's not in the Hall of Fame.
All right, we're gonna push some agendas later on, I guess. David Njoku's questionable. He could end up not playing. Jameis is hurt, allegedly.
Allegedly. Don't believe it.
Somebody took him out back and just hit him with the...
Yeah, like I said, there's not really much else to talk about. Give me the Bengals halftime, full time. They're going to take care of the Browns. They're going to send them back to Cancun where they need to go. Simple as that. I love the Bengals this week. They still have playoff hopes. They need to win this game.
All right, Vikings
convincingly.
at Seahawks. You take over from here.
Seahawks at Vikings. Well, no, actually, we got Minnesota at Seattle. We got a little mess up on our paper right here. Sorry. 49 degrees, 100% going to be rain. 100% definitely going to be rain. Wind isn't a factor, though. But Kenneth Walker has been contacted behind the line of scrimmage at the highest rate in the NFL this season, 54.5% on a minimum of 75 carries. However, Walker's missed tackles forced rate of 36.6% is the second highest among that same group of running backs.
Oh, wait, we got some changes.
Really?
Yeah. So, in Baltimore, it's a 19-mile-per-hour wind.
And we got snow.
With the snow. And in Detroit, we got 15 miles per hour wind. We got a slight chance of rain. Oh, wait, that doesn't change much.
Well, let's stick to the Seahawks game right here. So we still have rain for this one. All of that.
99%.
The Vikings have allowed opposing rushers to generate 0.9 yards before contact per carry, the third fewest entering Week 16.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, no. The Vikings have been dominant. I don't think they're still that good, honestly. The Seahawks have a 8-6 record, but man, some of their games have looked super ugly. I mean, they got pounded by the Packers in Seattle. What was that last week? Was that last week?
It's a wind blow.
Last week, and they just got absolutely pounded by them. I mean, I know Geno Smith, he got injured. He was not in the full game, but still, nevertheless, they got taken care of before he even got injured. There was never a chance for the Seahawks to win that game.
It's gonna be another blowout. There's one team that's super hot, and there's one team that's super cold.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the Vikings are 5-0 in the last 5. They haven't lost a game in a hot minute. Meanwhile, the Seahawks lost their last game, but they're 4-1 in the last 5.
Yep.
So do with that what you will. They played some pretty bad teams. San Francisco.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They played the Cardinals twice, the Jets, and the Niners. It's not great teams. Jackson Smith-Njigba is a beast. He's going to have a game.
Yeah, no, I love that kid. Even though he's from Ohio State, gotta show love to ball, people that know ball. And he's definitely one of them. He's a great receiver. His IQ is amazing, and he's the wide receiver 1 on the Seahawks.
Oh yeah,
it's not DK anymore. It is JSN.
DK is getting washed a little bit.
Yeah, he is.
Minnesota's gonna have a hell of a receiving game. Wouldn't be surprised if Jefferson had 3,000 receiving yards. Because Seattle's defense is good, but they're beat down. They're tired. It's gonna show. We're going to move on to New York Buffalo. I'm going to get a charger real quick because mine's about to die. You can solo this game.
Okay, let's do it. All right. So we got the Patriots at the Bills. 11 degrees. Clear. Wind will not be a factor. Josh Allen has 16 of his last 17 regular season games in December and January. He has won 16 of the last 17. His 70 total touchdowns in December and January since 2020 are 22 more than any other player in the NFL. And I mean, they're coming off a convincing win, a very, very convincing win against the Lions. They took care of business in Detroit. After just that week, people were saying, oh, you cannot win in Detroit if you are the coming in there. And you know what? They proved everyone wrong. They went in, they took care of business in Detroit, and now they're playing the Patriots at home. If you want to be honest, for this game, I'm going to give you guys my pick while he's out there getting his charger. I like the Patriots. Plus 14. I think it's going to be because the Bills' defense is a little banged up, as we know. They're not the best. So I think that it's going to be a high-scoring game. The 46.5, I can see that going over. But I just see the Patriots staying in this game enough to be able to cover plus 14. I don't see a way they don't. I think they're going to cover this with ease. I see the game being close at first, and then the Bills a little bit running away with it, but not too much to not cover the spread. Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
So about the Patriots plus 14, how are you feeling about that?
I think that's pretty outlandish.
Okay.
Oh, I don't have my mic. I think it's a bit outlandish, but I trust it. I trust your picks.
Okay.
The over/under is 46.5. Anything on that or no?
Yeah, like I said, I was just telling them I kind of think it's going to be a high-scoring game still. The Bills are going to do Bills things, but the Bills' defense isn't as good, so I think the Patriots will be able to stick around with them.
So what you could do, I've seen people do it before. I can't, but I would, is you could do plus 14, Bills money line over. And that makes some freaking great
That
odds.
would be that. Yeah, that would be a pretty cool play to play. It's just that Bills money line minus 1,400. Why would you ever play that?
But plus 14, it would make it so that they have to win by 14.
Yeah, no, I understand, but that's my pick for that game. There's not really too much to talk about here, I would say. You just want to move on to the next one?
Yep, Jags at Las Vegas. Right.
So I was really talking about a Goodwill Bowl, Salvation Army Bowl, the Trash Bowl. This is another one of those games. Just looking at my paper right now, I'm getting a little tired, getting a little sleepy. If I ever wanted to go to sleep, I'd watch this game.
It's a great nap time one.
It's definitely a good nap time one.
66
What is this, 4 o'clock?
degrees. Yeah.
Is this a 4 o'clock game? Yeah, I'll be taking my my midday nap.
66
watching
degrees.
this game.
Brock Bowers needs 109 yards to break Mike Ditka's receiving record as a tight end, as a rookie. There's so little time. BTJ, Brian Thomas Jr. He's pretty good. Right, the line is minus 1.5. It went down a lot.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those games that's just it's gonna be close though.
It just tanked though. It was minus 3 when we were doing it last night.
Yeah.
All right. There was no injuries for the Jags besides for IRs, so take that into a bit of a consideration. The Raiders are missing their starting guard, and 2 corners are questionable with illness. Apparently, they're all getting sick. The defense has 3 sick people. Oh, the Red Wings did lose last night. So I like BTJ to have a good game. I like Big Mac Jones, to throw for.
If he stops running out of bounds, then maybe he'll have a good game.
Doing a little zesty dance.
Yeah, maybe he'll have a good game, but who knows? I feel bad for Jacksonville. I feel bad for Las Vegas. Like I said, my midday nap will be during this game, so I can be all re-energized for Sunday Night Football.
So hammer that Jags team, because I think that Jags team plus
not playing it, staying away,
plus 105 money line. That's pretty nice. All right, Niners at Dolphins.
Lowest spread of the week at 1.
Is it? Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, definitely.
It's close though, because the Jags are 1.5. So 74 degrees with a slight chance of rain. George Kittle leads all tight ends in receiving yards on downfield targets for the second consecutive season, totaling 446 yards on such targets this season, over 100 more than Brock Bowers at 332. Kittle has also recorded the most air yards per target, which is 17.4, and the deepest average route depth at 18.4 on downfield targets of his career this season. He's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I mean, we all know this. George Kittle, I mean,
nothing.
He's just been that guy for the last couple of years. He's the best tight end in the league, convincingly.
He's so good.
Yeah, no,
I love that boy.
Yeah, I love that guy.
I met his wife.
He's a great
really cool person, by the way. Would love to meet her again, Claire. All right, we're missing Garendo, officially out. Trent Williams is out. Bosa is questionable. Dre Greenlaw was limited in practice, but it's questionable. Banks was full practice. They're missing Blake Ferguson, and Jalen Waddle is doubtful.
Mm-hmm.
Eskridge is doubtful, which is another wide receiver. Tyreek Hill is questionable. He was limited on Friday, but has personal issues, so that might not be a problem. Calais Campbell is resting, so he's going to be full. I think we can win that game, but I think it'll be close. And I'm very scared about our run defense.
It'll be another close game, but just another one of these games. I mean, no diss on your 49ers, but it's just there's no playoff implications. Yeah. Exactly.
We're not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think they can make the playoffs, but it's a low chance.
Yeah, very low. If there's going to be a team right now that is down there at the AFC that's going to make it, let's be honest, it's going to be the Bengals. Yeah. It's going to be the Bengals.
Because they're fun. I mean, I don't really have anything else.
Let's move on to Sunday Night Football. I absolutely love this game right here. Super excited to see this one in Dallas. I think the Bucs are going to be pretty easy to win this game. Don't you think?
What's the weather?
I see the 4.5-point spread. I just don't understand. The Cowboys have been disappointing this year. I know Cooper Rush has been playing a little better. But let's be honest, the Bucs are doing Bucs things
that
again.
Panthers win didn't sway you?
No, not at all. Not at all. Even though I had the Panthers to win that game, I don't care. The Panthers looked like the start of the year Panthers. They didn't look like the Panthers that has been the last couple of weeks. Give me the Bucs.
Never won in primetime.
Yeah, I know. He's 0 for 8?
0-8.
0 for 8 in prime time. I don't care. He's about to be 1 for 9 after tomorrow.
Well, that would mean he would lose at some point.
What do you mean?
You said 1 for 9.
Yeah, 1 for 9 because he's playing tomorrow. If
No.
he's 0 for 8 right now.
No, he's 0-8. Like, he's never won again. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
It
I
doesn't
know
matter.
what you mean. No, I know what you mean now. So, yeah, he would be 1 for 8.
So, we got the stat is Micah Parsons has aligned as the left edge on 60.3% of his snaps this season. Projecting a matchup with Buccaneers right tackle Luke Goedeke. Parsons has generated 41 pressures and 21 quick pressures since returning from injury in Week 10, both the most in the NFL. Goedeke has allowed pressure on 7.6% of his pass blocks this season, the 11th lowest among right tackles and the lowest of his career.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good matchup. CeeDee Lamb's probably just going to have a CeeDee Lamb game.
Yep.
Mike Evans. I love Steve McMillan this week. Or not Steve McMillan. Jalen McMillan. We learned that lesson last week. We called him Steve McMillan. No Cade Otton, it looks like.
Yeah, no.
No Cade Otton. No Winfield. No Cameron Johnson. No KJ Britt. No Diggs. No Brooks. Micah's questionable. He's sick. But that's 50-50. So, this game's a good game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, I got the Bucs on the ML. There's not really much else to talk about when it comes to that one, but yeah, I definitely like the Bucs on a convincing win here.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with some new segments. All right, y'all, welcome back. We got our picks of the week first.
All right, so let's do it. So I'm gonna go over my main play of the week, putting all of them together to make a 6-leg parlay right here. So I'm gonna just slice it super thin for you guys right now. I got the Lions on the ML. I got the Ravens -3, Bengals halftime, full time, Rams money line,
Okay.
Falcons -3. And the Bucs money line. It's a 6-leg parlay plus 772. I'm throwing a full unit on that one. I absolutely love it. I already gave my reasoning when we were talking about the game, so I'm not going to go too much into depth. But right there, that's the main parlay I will play. I will be playing Ravens -3 straight, Rams money line straight, Bengals halftime, full time straight, and Falcons -3 straight. Those are the 4 plays I will play straight. Everything else is just in the parlay. Now I want to go over some props. I got 2 prop parlays for y'all too, 2 that are both 2 legs as well. The first one is a touchdown parlay. I got James Conner, anytime touchdown, -170. His projection on props.cash is 1.05, and he's facing the Carolina Panthers, which have 32nd rush TD defense, rush yard defense, and rush attempt defense. Now a little fun fact for you guys, there's only 32 teams in the NFL. If they're 32nd in that means they're the absolute worst in the NFL. James Conner is going to run over this team. And like you said, if the Arizona Cardinals are going to have a win, they should be able to run the ball out. I could see them even getting a touchdown late in the game when they're already up.
Oh, yeah.
Pairing with it, Jahmyr Gibbs, anytime touchdown at -300. His projection on props.cash is 1.45. Chicago's rush TD defense is 14th. But this guy has a 71% hit rate this season when it comes to scoring a touchdown, and that is with David Montgomery. No David Montgomery. This guy's going to be taking all the snaps. There is no way. I'm looking in the future right now. I'm looking at my crystal ball. There's no way this guy does not score a touchdown. Taking those 2 plus 102, putting a full unit on it.
All right.
So for my next parlay, another 2 pick, I got JSN over 61.5 receiving yards. He's 8 for 14, 57% on the season. He's had a 7 game streak of cashing this line. And he's also 70% in the last 10. Minnesota's is 29th in receiving yard defense against wide receivers. And let's just be honest, he's the wide receiver one now over DK Metcalf. Simple as that. He's going to get more targets than him. He's going to get more action than him. And they're going to be wanting him to get the ball. I'm pairing it up with Lamar Jackson over 18.5 pass completions. His projection's 24.28. On props.cash, the Steelers are 23rd in pass yard and attempt defense from quarterbacks. And a little thing right here that makes you want to take it even more. The Steelers' rush yard, rush attempt defense is 3rd in the NFL. So, I'm not saying Derrick Henry's going to get locked up or anything, but I could see him getting stopped just a little bit to where they're going to have to force the ball, maybe some screen plays to him. And I definitely see him convincingly getting over 18.5 pass completions. He's 57% on the season, if I didn't say that already. 8 for 14. Those two together make a +243 parlay right there.
All right, guys. So now, after those picks, we're going to go over our DFS lineups of the week.
Let's do it.
I'm going to go with Caleb Williams at 7.2 thousand.
Now, disclaimer before I give my picks right here. This is the first time I've ever done this. I've never played DFS. I know that you just be researching it a lot. You're not allowed to play it yet, but no, I've never played it. It looks like fun, but this is my first lineup ever. Don't flame me. I got Joe Burrow at quarterback, 8.3 thousand.
My first running back is going to be Patrick Taylor at 4.8 thousand.
My running back will be Jahmyr Gibbs at 8.3 thousand.
My second running back will be Jonathan Taylor at 7.9K.
I got Jerome Ford, 6.6K.
I got Puka Nacua at 8.9K.
I got Amon-Ra St. Brown, 8.6K.
I got Jalen McMillan at 5.8K.
Give me Amari Cooper, 5.6K.
Give me Jamar Chase at 9.5K.
I like that. Give me JSN, 7.9K. You know how much I love him this week.
My tight end is going to be Sam Laporta at 6K.
Same. Sam Laporta, 6.0K.
I got my flex is DJ Moore.
The best flex you can get out there is Brock Wright, 4.2K.
Jaguars defense and special teams at 3.6K.
Give me the Chiefs defense special teams, 4.0K.
Sweet. So now we're going to try a new segment I thought of. I got a little idea from the Deep Three. Met them in real life. We talked about starting a podcast. They were the reason we started this podcast, by the way. So I doubt I'm getting any new viewers for them, but shout them out. So we're going to draft playoff position groups based off of the playoff teams.
Okay.
So you're going to have the first overall pick. Who are you selecting?
For first pick, give me the Chiefs quarterback, Patrick Mahomes.
Was it really much thought?
Nope, not at all.
Give me the wide receivers, tight ends, the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay. Give me the Rams wide receiver tight ends.
Give me the Eagles defensive line.
Oh, man. I'm going to take the Lions O-line then. Let's do it.
Who's surprised? The fanboy picks his own team. All right, give me the Texans secondary.
You wish you could pick your own team.
I do.
Give me the Ravens running back, Derrick Henry, with that Lions O-line. It's going to be crazy.
Give me that Bills quarterback at Josh Allen.
Okay. Give me Broncos secondary.
Give me the Chargers offensive line.
Oh, man. Give me Texans linebackers. Oh, you already took Texans, right?
Yeah, I took Texans.
Oh, sorry.
Who's left?
Give me the Bucs linebackers then.
So we have the Packers, Commanders, and then Packers, Commanders, and Steelers? Are Steelers left? Yes,
Yeah.
The Steelers are left. So I'm going to take the Steelers linebackers, and then you have one more pick.
No, that would be it, right?
You're missing.
D-line.
So Commanders or Packers?
Give me the Packers D-line.
Damn it. Give me the Commanders running back.
Okay, all right. Not bad.
All right, so I have the Bills quarterback, Commanders running back, wide receiver, tight ends are the Vikings, O-lines the Chargers, D-lines the Eagles, linebackers Steelers, Texans secondary.
I got Chiefs quarterback, Ravens running back, Rams wide receiver tight end, Lions O-line, Packers D-line, Bucks linebackers, and the Broncos secondary.
I'm going to toss this in Madden. I just had an idea.
Yeah,
We're going to
right?
throw this in Madden.
Wouldn't
I'm
that
going
be
to simulate
fun?
the game, and I'll send you the results.
All right.
We'll see who won that draft. All right, we got 2 new segments. I wanted to give some love to the men in the trenches, and I love watching linemen film. So I'm going to do it in the trenches segment with Blaze. So the first O-lineman we're going to shout out is Cody Mock, a second-year player who's the guard for the Bucs. He was drafted out of North Dakota State. He started his career as a wide receiver in high school.
Really?
He went to tight end in North Dakota State. He put on an extra 100 pounds and moved to lineman. And now he's ranked 16th in PFF.
Yeah.
He is one of the best guards in the league. Shout out Cody Mock. Now the D-line shout out, we're going to give it to T-Pain, also known as T'Vondre Sweat. He is one of the best linemen in the NFL. He is the heaviest guy to touch a football last week with a fumble. He's 362 pounds.
That was a funny video to
It's
watch
a very
when he got
funny
it.
video.
He was moving like there was no
Yeah.
tomorrow.
And he stiff-armed the guy.
Yeah, I know.
He's a freak. All right, the matchup of the week in the trenches. We're going to keep an eye on Dominic Pooney, who's 6'5", 320 pounds, and is ranked 5th in PFF. He's a rookie going against an old dog, Calais Campbell on the Dolphins, 6'8", 282, 6th in PFF. He is 40.
Yeah.
He's turning the age
He's
up
an
40.
old man, but he's doing his thing.
Yeah, and Dominic Pooney's 20. So we're getting a good age matchup.
Oh, yeah.
I'm also going to shout out some rookies since they don't get some love sometimes.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Chop Robinson. He's ranked 34th in PFF. It provides the second most pressures and the highest pressure rate among rookies in this season. Another rookie we're going to shout out is Joe Alt, who's also in the trenches. He's been picked 9th and proved to be worth it, sitting at 15th on PFF and has allowed the second lowest pressure rate in the NFL among the rookie right tackles to record at least 50 pass blocks.
Wow. Yeah, those are some good stats right there.
Yeah.
Love to give the rookie some love. Love talking about the trenches. Just that's what makes football right there.
Oh, yeah. The big old men in the paint.
Exactly.
That's pretty much it for the
That's
show.
That's all we have.
We're going to see y'all Monday.
All right, we'll see you guys Monday. See you next time.